Hey, greetings everyone. It is GleeCon. Happy to be here. Happy to bring you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Welcome. On our last episode, we read some more of the Dark Factions, and I believe it was the 6th chapter. It was a lore-heavy chapter, but I did push through the whole 6th one. Not sure if we're going to do the whole 7th and 1, but we did learn some interesting tidbits on the history of the Naga and the Dark Iron Dwarves, Quillbore, and a couple others. So go ahead and turn into that episode if you missed it. There's a little bit of interesting things, and it's going to be one of the last lore ones we do in that Dungeons and Dragons setting before we switch gears on the things that we read. A little bit looking forward to that. A little bit bittersweet, but definitely excited for what's to come on the reading sphere. On the gaming sphere, we've been continuing our epic, long journey through World of Warcraft Classic. And with our last one, we did read through Talanji. She was scheduled, since she's our one of our Horde characters, to start Ashenvale. She's done her time in the Crossroads and Crossroads chat, Baron's chat, and she's ready to go on. But because she's a rogue, we had some rogue quests I've been saving up, and that actually ended up taking the whole episode. So she'll be starting Ashenvale in the next one. Muln is in a similar situation. I think we'll do some shaman quests, but he may also have the opportunity to begin his next zone. He's going to be moving into the Stone Talon Mountains. Today, if you're ready, stay a while and listen as we hop in with Maleficent. Now, Maleficent here is part of 3 characters that are doing the same content in Redridge Mountains. So in order to address an issue that I've been having for the past few months, which is that I'll make an episode, and then the way that I systematize everything, that I cycle through everything that I play, it would sometimes mean it would be more than a week before I ended up making my next episode. So instead, what I decided to do is take one piece of content, which may be approximately an hour, you know how they run, hour and a half, and break it down into thirds. And sometimes that might just mean one quest per character, but that's what we did. We took Erator, our paladin, and he ran, we turned in and got a pretty sweet hammer, and then we came in here and killed one of the Knoll guys that hangs out here. We had previously on another episode with Callie, which this also slowed down everything that I was doing because I had to do this off camera with everyone. But we did a Wrathband War quest where you go to North Shirabi, and then we took Nesting Wary. He came in and did the same thing, and he came and killed Fangor over here on camera for us all. Erator had done that off camera. And then finally today we're going to reach the 3rd thing. So all 3 characters did that and made up the Wrathband War quest. They also all ventured into a cave that we have up here. If you notice, Questy has showing me some swords, which means I have some Blackrock Champions to kill. They're actually kind of tough, as you can see. They are level 24 and 25. I am level 24. I just realized I forgot to learn my level 24 spells when I was in Stormwind, but screw it. I'm kind of broke anyway. I've got 2 gold, but we know at level 24 that's probably not enough unless it's a low skill level, in which case I'm not missing out anyway. But I didn't pick up the skills that I'm going to need, so this might be a struggle. Really, the hard part is not killing them or getting into the cave. Actually, once you get into the cave, it's not that bad. Killing the 5th... Oh, crap, that literally made me jump. I was checking that map and talking to you guys, and I heard poor Millie scream, and if you were watching my face in the corner, that was a legit jump scare. I was completely caught by surprise. But I'm going to run up this road here. The hard part is changing your diaper after you pee your pants, if you even remember to wear one. I always play with a diaper on. You never know how long the episodes are going to be. It sometimes gets a little ripe. I might have to go for a new chair soon. I had a lot of ribs this week, so things might be a little bit pungent. No, but the difficult part is actually in front of the cave there's a camp, and the camp is full of just annoying high-level orcs. Allegedly, the orc sorcerers, the Blackrock orc sorcerers, these guys, allegedly, they can drop the Shadow Orb. I've killed a ton, and I've yet to find one. I would not go for that. I think you're designed to try to kill the elite orcs in the tower, And crud. That's really expecting him to resist that little so-and-so. Oh, he threw a net at me. Oh, touche. I freeze you, you net me, but you're dead. And I will just sit here and contemplate what net life is like. So I've been chilling, listening to a podcast. I like to do that. I think that's probably why I like to create audio content, which is essentially what the show is. I mean, with some of these playing ones that we do, sure, you could watch me or watch the screen. It's probably more entertaining, especially when I just go on rants about life and my asinine opinions. But also trying to really walk a line where I want to serve everyone, you know? I want to be a pleasurable experience, and I think one of my least favorite things about World of Warcraft, oh gosh, forsaken, even Classic, is, and this is really not just World of Warcraft, it's all online communities, period. They just have a tendency, when we are behind keyboards, and I'm this way too, we become keyboard warriors to a certain extent. And I think it's why bullying is so prevalent among teens, because things that we would never do or say or vocalize in a public setting, there's just no filter when you're playing online, and it can be toxic. So I don't want to contribute to that noise on the show. Of course I have my own opinions and beliefs, but I would never, just as I would at my job, and this is maybe why I adhere to this so much in the show, the nature of my job is such that, and I would argue this for probably just about every job, it's really not the place, the venue, oh yes, look, somebody cleared the whole camp out, for doing hot button topics, political opinions, or controversial viewpoints. It's just not the place or the time for that. So while I respect different viewpoints, religions, politics, so on and so forth, I don't want to be that guy on this show. Now, Millie, let's see here. So I had a little bit of problem. Now here's my problem. The problem I've had with Maleficent here. I've noticed people just tearing it up, mages in particular, in this zone, and I look at what they're doing, and man, how do they just make it look so easy? Well, here's what mages do. You spec into the frost tree, as far as I have, and you pick up improved blizzard. You can improve blizzard, especially if you give 3 points into it. You can essentially AoE whole camps of mobs, freeze them in their tracks, and make it to where they can't fight back. They'll just slowly try to walk towards you, and as you spam blizzard, there's nothing they can do except slowly walk towards you and die. You could now, can a Shadowcaster get in the way of that? Sure. But by and large, you can just kind of ignore that while you just spam the whole group. And I did not expect that, and the reason why is because long run, slowing a mob with Blizzard, a pack of mobs, is useless in the context of endgame content, especially non-solo stuff. So I eschewed those talents, but it makes it to where I can't do that. I've got to try to find an isolated dude, maybe polymorph a strong guy, focus down the rest of the team, use my Frost Nova, and then maybe what I'm going to try to do, oh, dagnabbit, look, they're doing the escort right now. Dang. So they fought their way in, and we'll be waiting. Yeah. So I'm asking them if we're in line for the respawn. So basically what will happen, and I guess I should explain what's going on. You go in this cave. There are plenty of orcs to kill in the cave. There are mostly Blackrock Champions, and there are some Blackrock Summoners. In this cave in here is, thus far, my favorite escort quest in the game, and that is where we will rescue old Corporal Keeshan. Corporal Keeshan is a guy that you have to escort. And he's a medium long in terms of escort quest, the way that it goes, but he's an elite, and he can darn near solo everything. I am having a very hard time with walking. I am saying to these people that it's because they're saying, well, maybe we should just hope they fail the mission. And they're like, no, I don't hope so, because then they're just going to screw it up for us. They'll just come, but they're basically what these people are saying. The people I just joined a party with are saying, hey, you know, there's a group of people. We tried to group up with them. They just ran and stole it. They didn't want any part of that, and it sucks. So now we're going to be waiting for the respawn. It's a moderate long respawn. It will probably be the bulk of this episode is going to be waiting on that respawn, because the rest of it will be killing these Blackrock Champions. We do have to kill 25 of them, I mean 15 of them, and I've now killed 2. I'm not worried about the loot so much, even though I love some. Dang, I don't know how he aggroed onto me so much. But they're like, yeah, one of the guys is like, you know, what's the point? Or one of the people is like, we should help him out, and because then it will speed this process up. That'll speed it up a pinch. And then the other people's like, not me, I hope they fail. Well, and what I pointed out was, he is such a bad mamma jamma that, yeah, 3 to 5 minute respawn. He's not gonna die. Like, you'd have to completely abandon him to the mobs out front. He can, because he's an elite, he will, he's awesome. And that's why it's one of my favorite. You don't have to worry about healing him. As long as you are just semi-competent and trying, he is going to survive. And I think that's kind of the conceit going on if you play the revamped Redridge Mountains, which we'll do when we get to Cataclysm, retail, really. You will see that old Keeshan has a quest line where he is basically Rambo. It's actually pretty cool. There's, you know, having played through Classic again with the hindsight of having played Classic, of having played retail, it's actually not. It's good. It's a good expansion. I can't complain. The fan service that they do is pretty cool. I like that I'm running around with this guy and we're just blasting through, because as you saw, I was having a hard time. It would have been a slow series of fightings for me. Not the end of the world, but slow. And instead, we've managed to kill 8. Now, we will probably get a few on the way out, but honestly, we won't get that many. Like, even with 6 remaining, that's going to present an issue, so I hope that we can kill another 2 or 3, because we can only really count on, for sure, 2 or 3 on the way out. But now I'm part of a group, so when they start the escort quest, which this is what it is, the other set of things was to come up here and fight this cave. Fight the 15 Blackrock Champions, the cave in the outside. And then there, as Questy so delightfully lets us know, there is a quest inside. I can't imagine playing this game without Questy. I'm so glad when I first started that someone suggested to me getting Questy. I really enjoy it. I would, of course, never use it for retail because it's a little bit redundant with what's going on. But, what? Okay. So they're asking me, hey, head over here. And they're calling me Millie. I got a compliment on my name when I was questing tonight. They said, nice name grab, that Maleficent was a cool character, and I agree. I concur. Alright, it will be. They're saying it will be really easy. Because we've got 4. No, it is easy. It's easy no matter what. This guy says they're tired. I am, if you notice. This is a midnight oil one for me. And I am in I'm actually now starting to transition back into the life of a peasant where I have to go to work. I had mentioned a while back I was I'm at the time of year where I get to have about a month where I have minimal, like, I can work from home essentially, and even the work is super light, but that's changed this week. The next 2 days I actually have to go into the office. Today I had to go in, but it was really, I just kind of went in and socialized, and I had to talk to IT because my computer, like, they made us over the past year, they developed this, like, I don't know, it's like a dual authentication system. It's actually like a crappy version of the one that Blizzard uses. Like, they should just use something like that. But it is... I'm trying to read what they said. Yeah. I'm going to mention the one that I did with it. Talking about the... So I'm telling them how I just finished it last week. Yeah, see, but look what they're saying, and this is a theme you'll find in Classic. Yeah, it was easy because I just kept using insert engineering thing here. That's what sucks. That's one of the things I don't like about Classic. The meta is so rigid. So rigid. It's just, it's a bit painful. Now, right now I'm not hunting the champions because we need 1. We are absolutely going to kill 1 on the way out. So... There we go, he's back, hooray!
Need help?
I'll read it. At last, friends of the Alliance, please, help. The last thing I remember these foul orcs. Yes, okay, so we're gonna... Yes, I'm gonna accept it, but let's go ahead and read it as we walk. It's called Missing in Action. Last thing I remember, these foul orcs overpowered our regiment. Most of them actually like still. Most of the men were killed. I took a strong blow to the head, and everything went black. Now I am held captive in this cave. Help me! I hurt badly. I need help getting back to town. Please, you're my last hope. Alrighty, so...
Lightning with you.
He's, as you can see, he's a level 25 elite. He cannot be taken down by less than like 3 guys. So you would have to leave him to his own devices in a complete mob fest. And that will not happen in the cave. The only place it happens when you get out of the cave. The rest of this is just killing the Blackrock Champions and the other 2 null things that we've done. And this will complete the loop. So we'll do another loop soon. We're pretty much going to be done. I have this quest. She actually picked it up. We'll pick it up on camera, I guess, for the other characters. And then the elite stuff. So we will do that. Is command better than righteousness? Yeah, I like it a lot. Like I said before when we were questing, it does provide that. Kind of like almost like an execute. There we go. We got our last guy that we needed. Fantastic. And he's there. Fast weapons, it's worse. But so basically, if you are red, yeah, use it. Otherwise, who the heck cares? Like break even is maybe 2.7. Well, that's really meta with the numbers. I don't care about that. But see, he's about to get in trouble. It doesn't even matter because I'm oh no, there we go. But we like we said, we have a team. We also have 2 paladins. So we're gonna be good. Like I'm not even worried about polying because we have healers. Like if they're really on their game, you watch the NPC you're escorting. He's not even at a 25 down. Like he's still above 75% life. So he's north of 75%. Yeah. So as this would have been the 2nd or 3rd, I probably get closer. I don't want to pull that ad. I see an ad coming in the back. I don't want to pull that. He ran back. He's like, I want to pull it, Adrian. As you can tell, Stallone is not, even compared to my normally quite poor accents and voices, Sylvester Stallone is not the best. There's not a lot of practice I have with that. Alright, so Keeshan has decided to reset way back inside there. But this is an example of a quest chain that, look, I'm not making it look easy. He really is like a full-on tank. So it's, with my Hunter, it was fine. I mean, the Hunter can pump DPS now higher than even Millie can. And with Erator, with his new hammer and everything, and the fact that I could heal and bubble, he's totally fine. So this part would be the hard part. This is the hard part breaking in because there are 2 camps. As you can see, they're full of pretty tough guys with a mage. And you cannot sneak around them. There's no way. So you have to try. Yeah, he's just pre-pulling. This guy back here. He's running. Keeshan's running back there. Keeshan had the same. Me and Keeshan, we're the same. Hey, we're just the same guy. We got to go for the caster first. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I'm changing into like Stallone if he was a goblin. Yeah, you gotta go for the casters. I'm not from New anything. I'm not from the northeastern United States, so I apologize for any bad and or insulting northeastern accents that I do. It's in vain. I would like it, but some greedy little girls all over it. But yeah, so unfortunately, I do have to start going back into the office, and that makes me sad. I had to go today because it locked me out, and when I called in, they were like, yeah, you physically have to come down to the office to, like, reset everything on their Wi-Fi. That's the only way it was going to let me in. So I had to drive down and just kind of... Everybody's in, like, work from home mode right now, so the people that are actually at the office are, like, the professional staff, like the secretarial staff and stuff. And, the accountant still comes in. But they're all, like, in totally, like, sweatpants to work. Not literally, but just no makeup, glasses, hair just quickly thrown up. Like, there's anything wrong with that. It's just not the way they roll throughout. I wouldn't care, but it's just not the way that they roll in the normal time of the year. And they were having like some kind of, I don't know, there was all these people. There was people like, I don't know, out there visiting. So I had to go in and get that set up, but I gotta wake up in the morning, so I'm actually, as soon as this episode's over, I'm gonna have to wrap up my evening, which I've been on crazy, like crazy. If left to my own devices, I'm telling you, if I didn't have a dog or a kid, my wife is a night shift nurse, and so that's why I do these shows, and half the time she's not here. So when she comes back, she'll usually take, because she works 3/12s, and then when she comes back, she'll transition. She'll take a day. She works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on Thursdays she'll come in and she'll sleep until she wakes up about 5. So she'll go to bed and wake up at about 5, and then she will normally just go to bed at the normal time when I go to bed, and then she'll just wake up crazy early and rejuvenated on Friday mornings. I actually kind of like it because then on Fridays she's like super productive and helping out in the morning with responsibilities, taking the dog out, even just waking up and making the coffee and stuff. Like, I'm the one that makes the coffee those other 6 days of the week. I'm just gonna randomly kill a pig. But on this, on this time, when I'm not working and having to wake up at a set time and go put my pants on and everything, myself and my son's the same way. We are just creeping up. Like, I probably wake up, I try to wake up by 9:30 because I feel bad if I don't get up and let the dog out by 9:30. And I've kind of got him trained on my schedule too, where he's fine. I wake up, I give him some food, and let the dog out at that time. They're laughing. They're saying, like, why is this guy going back into the cave? But what they might, or it's possible. I can't type too long. Yeah, he's cut. But I would say I've been staying up until at least 2:30. And like I've said, I think I've said this on the show before, I do operate on a really low amount of sleep. On general, I'm about a 6-hour-a-day person. I usually sleep 5 or 6 hours, and then I have about a 45-minute nap, usually in the middle of the day, after work, depending on what my life is like, either when I come home from work or when I...
well met.
Or just like after lunch. Alright, so, he's turning it in. No more talk about me. Missing in action. Serve the kingdom well, mage. Thank you for assisting Corporal Keeshan with his escape from those dreaded Blackrock orcs. You shall be rewarded for your brave acts this day with the Robe of Solomon. It actually... This is a tough one for me, because it's higher armor, gives me the stamina, gives me the spirit. However, I lose that 6 intellect. And I've reinforced my armor, so I'm actually going to lose 11 points of armor.
For the Alliance.
It's a tough call because I want the stamina. That's actually helpful. But the intellect. How much intellect points would I lose? 6. Which is like 7% of my... I mean, it just doesn't tell exactly how much it's channeling. But it is 7% of my overall intellect, which increases my mana points. So 1548 if I equip the robe. So I would lose 100 mana points. Is it cuter? That's a thing. No, it's not. To gain 70 life. So that's a 30 deficit there. Losing armor. Because what's stamina do? Just increases your health points. Now it also increases your spirit, which is your mana regeneration. But I have that's not important to me really as a mage. I think I'm just gonna keep the mana weave robe that I have, to be honest. All of the things, sure, this is better, but I don't want it. Sorry, don't want it. I'm gonna sell it, so I'm not even tempted.
Looking for something specific?
My wife, since she's kind of a newish to the gaming community, 25, 4, 3, 2. But that's intellect stamina. See, so if I'm just going straight up, do I want to lose 3 armor? 4 agility. What's agility do? Me. I don't know if that factors into wand hits, but it is crit with weapons and dodge. But this will give me the intellect plus the stim. I'm not going to mess with that. I don't want to get crazy here. No. Ooh, 2644. Well, yeah, that's a... I don't know what I was wondering. That ore does nothing. BT dubs. I did also get these gloves. No, these bracers. They were a bind on equip drop I got when I was killing the gnolls. They were significantly better than what I had. I had some kind of sticky moments when I was out there with the killing the gnolls on my own, where I didn't die, but where I had to run and freeze and blink. Actually, no, I don't think I died. I think I got pretty dang close. There was one part where I was, no lie, I was chain polymorphing a single wizard that I just couldn't shake because I had got myself up against the butt of a mountain. And if I went to either side, I would draw aggro on some more mobs, and I just couldn't he was leashed far enough on me that he wasn't going to de-aggro, because where he was standing, he was a caster. So I just kept chain polymorphing, and I could regenerate the 90 mana faster than the however long it says that he's polymorphed, 30 seconds. So I could stay full, and then that would allow me to continue with the uptime on my bandages here. And I just healed myself up to about a third of my life, and then I killed them off. But it came down to that. What else do we have? Looks like we have Blackrock Bounty. Let's go turn that in too, and then we will be done with this episode. And I appreciate everybody for watching and for listening. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully, my side commentary about my life is not so crazy. It's not so boring. Not crazy. Crazy would actually be entertaining. That it makes you want to turn it off. And my bad for all that. I gotta try to keep the content. I gotta try to find out a way to just keep it all laser focused on game content.
Greetings.
And there's enough. I could. So I will vow to work on being better. I see you fought valiantly against the Blackrock clan mage. Your service to our township is great indeed.
Go with honor, friend.
Thanks. So on our next cycle, we will be working on this old lion statue. I think that opens up a mini chain. We haven't done anything down there. I wonder if that opens up some stuff there. And we will also be doing so much keep in the elites. We're probably going to find a group for that. Cool. Thank you, everybody. We got another episode in the pipe 5x5. And I will see everyone next time on Lore of Warcraft.